Bball Show. Hey. It's the Bball Show.
Hey, Ilunga kuthola nesiphuzo ukhahlele icathulo leMatlakala lenqubo.
Fresh sneaks, fresh tees, slam dunk winning. Seed here first, you got courtside tickets on the Bball Show.
Wabaziyawa la namake ngaphethe skill neyiphala la.
We got news, views, and all the street facts. Pass the ball and I'ma pass it right back on the Bball Show. It's the Bball Show.
Ukuthi uhlezike phambi kwamabona kude wakho kusho ukuthi uyazi ukuthi Bball Show isifikile la ku SABC1 Mzansi Fo Sho la siphathele khona indaba ezibabayo ezivutha bhe sa basketball la eMzansi Africa naphesheya kwelwandle. Igama lami kuzesuliwe Hadebe. Angihambi ngedwa. I'm with my boy Slim.
Rookie of the year, whatever you want to call me, cute kid Slim. We're right here every Saturday 1:30 bring you the best in basketball. We learn the game, we grow the game, and we even pushing the game right here. Time to check out what's coming up on today's episode.
Kwi-episode yethu yanamhlanje si-interviewa uWillie Matlakala ongumqeqeshi walaphayana e-Wits University Lady Bugs. Bese kuthi-ke in learning the game uzibeka ethubeni lokuthi uqeqeshwe abantu abazi kangcono ngebasketball. Bese kuthi in growing the game sibheka umsebenzi omuhle owenziwa abantu balapha eMzansi Afrika ukuthi baphakamise izinga lebasketball. Kanti-ke futhi ne-player profile yethu ikhona lapho sizobheka khona abadlali abasafufusa ukuthi iziphi izinto abazenzayo ukuthi baphakamise izinga labo lebasketball. eMzansi Africa sinale talent into ekuzofanele ukuthi uyenze wena ukuthi kubheke ukuthi kwenzakalani kwi-local game yethu namhlanje. iGauteng University Basketball League ifinali yakhona ibone amaqembu amabili enqubene phezulu. Lelo qembu leleko sikhuluma ngeTuks ephuma ePretoria bebehlangene laphana ke eWits ke bezonqubana phezulu nayo ke iVal iVUT. Asazi ke ukuthi iyozala nkomoni kodwa wena into ekuzofanele ukuthi uyenze ukuthi uhlale lapho kusofa wakho ubuke lo mabona kude ubheke ukuthi yipi ezohamba iChampion namhlanje. iTuks ke ibisiqala ngempela ukusebenza ngalekathi kubonakala unumber 14 wabo Kevin Makanyana ehamba laphayana nje enza i-layup elula kakhulu ubese efaka enye ke i-3 pointer enikeze iTuks ke amapointi awu9 laphayana eqandeni. iVUT yona ke ibisiphendula laphayana ngalekathi kubonakala unumber 14 wabo uKagiso eshaya irim laphayana kodwa ke iTuks ngempela isebenze kahle kakhulu yabulala yenza ama2 fast breaks enza i-layup laphayana aphume lapha kunumber 9 umoyo iscore ke laphayana 17 iTuks VUT 10. unumber 14 wayo ke iTuks ke uKevin uqhubeke lapho akadeshiye khona njengoba le kota le yesibili iqala kanti ke futhi naye ke unumber 15 laphayana ubese sithola ethubeni lokuthi enze i-turnaround jumper kanti ke futhi unumber 9 umoyo ke ubese qedela laphayana ukudlala kahle kakhulu. unumber 10 uPeter ke ubese thatha ke ithuba lokuthi aqhubekisise phambili ke anikeze iVUT amapointi amanye amathathu. End of i-second quarter Tuks 35 VUT 33. unumber 13 uMabiza ukapteni wayo ke iTuks uhambile ngempela kule quarter lena wasebenza kakhulu kahle kampela ngokufaka ke amapointi amabili kanti ke unumber 8 ke uThabang Banda weVUT uphendulile laphayana ngejumper. unumber 12 ke wayo ke iTuks uSilepe ubonisile ngempela naye ke ukuthi uyakwazi ukuthatha amathuba kanti ke unumber 9 ke waseVUT uMike ke ukwazile ukuthi ahambe nje adlule idefense yaseTuks ngokuthi enze i-layup elula kakhulu. i-third quarter ithema iphela VUT 58 Tuks 54. unumber 12 ke yena ke wabe esenza i-inside jumper wasekuthi ke unumber 9 uMike ke wenza i-crossover wafaka ke laphayana i-3 pointer ke yakhe uthe ke mawuphela ke lo mdlalo iVUT bihamba phambili ngamapointi awu79 iTuks yona 67.
Yo, Z, you heard of that game?
What game?
That game.
What game?
That game.
I don't know.
All right, it's time to check out our international featured game from this week. Craving for a victory over a top team, all the Brooklyn Nets needed was someone to make a couple of big shots. That's one of the reasons why they traded for Joe Johnson. Johnson made the tie-breaking bucket with 3 minutes 3 seconds left to play and followed with another jumper as the Nets beat the Celtics 102-97 for their 4th consecutive victory. Take a look at what went down. Johnson finished only 6 of 17 from the field, but he had the 2 biggest makes of the game in the biggest victory his new team has recorded since acquiring him from Atlanta. Williams had 8 assists and made all 9 free throws on a night Paul Pierce had 2 huge misses from the line in the final minutes for the Celtics, who played without injured point guard Rajon Rondo. Johnson finished with 19 points and 8 rebounds for the Nets in front of a sold-out crowd of 17,732 that was divided but certainly loud in the tense final minutes. Paul Pierce scored 22 points and Leandro Barbosa had 17 in place of Rondo, who was out with a sprained right ankle. Kevin Garnett added 14 points, but Boston had its 3-game win streak snapped and lost to the Nets for just the 3rd time in the past 21 meetings. It was still tied before Johnson made consecutive jumpers and Lopez scored on a follow shot for a 6-point lead, and the Celtics could never catch up, especially when Pierce missed both free throws with 34.5 seconds left to play and Boston trailing by 3. The Celtics were still down 3 after the 83.6% free throw shooter coming in clanged them both. Rondo was hurt in the 3rd quarter in the previous game in a home victory over Utah. They had led by 20 or more in their past 3 home games and opened a 13-point cushion early in the 3rd quarter of this one. But Pierce, who had a quiet 6-point first half, suddenly got going midway through the period with a 3-pointer and basket as the Celtics fans, still noticeable around the arena, though not nearly to the extent as when the Nets played in New Jersey, became more vocal. When he picked up his 4th foul and Rivers sent Jeff Green to the table to check in for him, Pierce pleaded to stay. Rivers agreed and Pierce made the gamble pay off with consecutive baskets that gave Boston a 73-71 lead. The Nets shot out a quick 11-point lead that was trimmed to 31-26 after 1 quarter. Brooklyn kept its lead throughout the 2nd quarter, using 15 offensive rebounds in the first half to score 19 second chance points and build a 59-50 advantage. It is an honor to introduce today's guest, who is none other than Coach Willie, inspirational figure himself. Coach Willie, come through. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good, and you?
All right, I'm good, man. Good seeing you. All right,
okay,
sit down. Welcome to my house. All right, so let's take a look and see what you've been up to, Coach.
Willie Matlakala wazalelwa eMakweng kanti uqede isikolo lapha eWits High School. Uthe mayeqeda ke wahamba wayongena enyuvesi yase TUT eGarankuwa lapho afunda khona internal auditing. Yilapho ke ahlangana khona nebasketball. Emva ukuthi echithe isikhathi sakhe nabaqeqeshi, wabona ke ukuthi ibasketball ke uyiunderstanda kangcono. Wabe esekhetha ke ukuthi kungcono ke naye ukuthi abe ngumqeqeshi esikhundleni sokuthi abe umdlali. Ngaleyo ndlela leyo ke waqala ke waba involved ke ukuthi abe ngumqeqeshi wayo ke ibasketball. Kanti ke futhi emva kwalokho ke azange esabheka emuva ke, ingakho ke njengamanje ezibona engumqeqeshi ke wayo ke iLadybugs lapha yana eWits University.
You only started playing ball in university.
Yeah, that's where I started because I was playing tennis. The only place to play was basketball.
You describe yourself as a bench warmer. So is that what led to coaching?
I mean, obviously if you sit in bench most of the time, surely you get to interact with your coaches, you get to see everything on the court. That's basically what led me to coaching.
All right, now why the love for coaching?
The love for coaching started in terms of teaching. By merely sitting there, you can see that, you know, maybe there's something you can do. Teaching, basically that's what brought me to coaching.
Now, after picking up tricks and tips from your mentors, how'd you get your first coaching job?
I wouldn't say it's a first coaching job because ideally when I was done with my studies and I went home, there were some kids playing basketball at the University of Limpopo. So I just decided to say to them, look guys, I'm willing to help you. So that's basically how I started coaching.
All right then, so there you have from one of the best coaches right here in Mzansi. Keep it locked, don't get frustrated because we'll be back with you and more after this. Welcome back to the Bball Show right here on the home of basketball, Mzansi Fo Sho. And with me is Coach Willie. Now, Coach, let's get back into it. In 2008, you became the national head coach. What was that learning curve like, and what did you realize what we were lacking in terms of basketball?
Look, I mean, the experience was good coaching the under-20s women's team. If only we can have structured programs, so that at least when these kids are done playing under-18s, they have a structured program to play along the way. Then you keep them busy and they keep focused.
Oh, so how do we become structured and organized?
It starts from the provincial level and district level. If we can get organized, have formal programs going from that end, then it filters back into the national setup.
Now, Coach, how do we uplift basketball in rural areas in South Africa?
It starts with facilities. Once kids have facilities and they have coaches, it all starts from there.
All right, then how do we grow basketball as a whole in Mzansi?
It all goes back to the issue of organization. The minute we get organized as basketball, so once we can go back to our districts, work from that end, moving up.
Right. Why do you coach basketball up until today, Coach?
I coach basketball because I love the sport, and for me, it's all about teaching and giving back.
All right, Coach, how do we get in contact with you?
My email address is willie.matlakala@gmail.com.
Coach, you are an inspirational figure. What's your last words to those kids out there who's watching you right now?
To the kids that are watching, all of you at home, please bear in mind that education is the best key to success and to life. Without education, you guys are not going anywhere. Please go out there, study. There are schools out there that are offering bursaries for players. At the same time, go out, play basketball, have fun, and enjoy yourself.
All right, there you have it. So you have his email address. Email him. Tell him, I want bursary from Wits. Yeah, keep working hard like he said, and you might just get a bursary out there at Wits University. How's your basketball knowledge? All right, I trust you, right? You know I trust you, right?
Yeah, that's
all right
fine.
Then. So the 24-second shot clock is coming up with my girl Zesu right here on the Bball Show.
Siphinde sinamkeleke futhi ohlelweni sisho ukuthi nisahlezi lathi la kwi-Bball Show sihlezi naye ke uWillie. Into engizoyenza nje ngizothatha ithuba ukuthi ngimbuze imbuzwana nje embalwa bese ngimnika imizuzwana ukuthi angiphendulele yona sibone ukuthi ulwazi lakhe le-basketball lukhulu kangakanani. Willie, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and all I need you to do is answer these questions in 24 seconds. Can you do that for me, my brother?
I hope I'll do it.
All right. Can I please have my 24-second clock? 3, 2, 1. Willie, who has won the most NBA MVP titles?
Karim Abdul-Jabbar.
And what is a shoot-around?
It's an informal practice session where guys get together.
And which player won the 2006 Slam Dunk contest?
I think it should be Nate Robinson.
And how many regular timeouts are in a game?
There are 5 per team.
Oh, well. Nizweleke nani lapha emakhaya. Ucoach la uyawazi ngempela umsebenzi wakhe. Willie, we'd like to thank you for coming through, and we wish you all the best in everything that you do.
Okay, thank you, same to you.
Kunjalo ke lapho emakhaya into sizoyenza ke njengamanje sizohamba ukuthi sibone ukuthi abadlali bethu bala eMzansi Afrika abasafufusa ukuthi benzani ukuthi baphakamise izinga labo lebasketball. Masambeni sobona.
Hi, my name is Bushe Ramabu. I'm 15 years of age and I'm a scholar at Albans College that plays small forward for the under-15 team. There we go. My favorite NBA player has to be my boy Derrick Rose. Yes. Derrick Rose inspires me, I guess, you know. He kind of brought me up, watched him while I was a kid, and you know, from then on I just had to be like him, you could say. I'm a number 14 right now, but usually I'm number 6, 7, or 8. Size shoe, man, I'm size 12. Well, I have to say it's the behind the back fake, you know. It's a really good move, you know, once you get it going, you can attack defense, you can open up defense, and there's your lane. If I was lost in Joburg, I'd probably go buy a basketball and just finishing things the right way. I actually started off here. Before this, I was just kind of those kids that watch it all day and not really enforce it. Then I got to St. Albans College, got a love for the game, and from then on it's just been upwards. if I were to get 100,000 Rand, I start a basketball charity for those kids that have a passion for the sport but can't really enforce it. We need more basketball shows just to broadcast the sport, because the sport itself in South Africa is not really much of a big sport, and with these basketball shows the exposure would be fantastic. The TV that I can watch all day is the Bball Show.
Alright, are you standing up? I want you to learn something. Don't ever say Slim will never teach you nothing. Z, front step, side step, drop step. It's time to learn the move right here on the Bball Show.
Hi South Africa, I'm Coach Mukale from Coach's Room. Welcome to the Bball Show. The move we'll be doing is between the leg, where the player is bouncing from the hand, right hand side, between the leg to the left hand side, and vice versa. Let's get the kids to the court and demonstrate how the moves are done. The next move we're doing is preparing the point guard, teaching him how to use two balls when he is bouncing with the left hand side and the right hand side. The next move we're doing is the tango dance, where you prepare the big guys to do the offensive rebounds and the defensive rebounds, blocking out the players. Those were the moves of the week. Remember to keep on practicing, and we'll see you next week on the Bball Show.
Whew, after all that, I need to call a timeout with my coach. We'll be back after this ad break. Bye.
Sinamkeleke futhi sesibuyileke lana. Masibonani ukuthi kwenzakalani futhi kwezinye sebasketball la kwi-Bball Show. Slim.
Yes.
Kumnandi mawubona abantu bekhulisa umdlalo webasketball eMzansi Afrika. Uthini kanjalo?
All right then, it's time to check out who's growing the beautiful game of basketball in Mzansi. B for the ball for the Bball Show. That's what we're doing right here, growing the game of basketball right here on the home of basketball, SABC 1 Mzansi Fo Sho. And with me is Coach Sham Ilunga. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you here.
Thank you, sir.
All right, tying bank and everything else, making us look good.
That's right. I mean, I know that, Time has finally came through over the last couple of games to actually sponsor us. So we're very grateful for that, and we're very excited about what they're about to do on the market as well. So no better way than actually using basketball as a sport to kind of put the name out there.
Why do we need more funding in basketball, Coach?
I think it's fundamental. For any sport to be successful, we believe that funding is really important. And a lot of the teams out there that would like to really grow it from a grassroots level require the funds in order for them to put together great programs that start really from a youngest age and really grow it into the university and potentially a professional level. And for that, you need all the funds that you can get from sponsors.
How do we grow the game of basketball?
The only way to grow the game of basketball is really from grassroots level. I believe that. And I mean, you talk to a cricket player, you talk to a rugby player, they start playing it when they're 4 or 5 years old. And the same thing should apply. Schools should be involved in basketball in order for them to identify some of those talents and ensure that they have a career, they have a league that they can follow from the youngest age all the way to when they want to turn professional. So that's the only way we'll be able to grow it, and getting the support of every community out there
How do you grow the game of basketball?
Well, I grow the game of basketball in many ways. One, I'm very passionate about, first of all, coaching, and about how you can actually take a bunch of talented individuals, although they are individuals, really just making them play as a team. I mean, the fact that I'm coaching the legends today is really, some of the guys that have played basketball at the highest level in the country. There's a lot of big egos out there, but at the same time, you also have to remind them that they play for a team, and it's only with as a team sport or as a team that you'll be able to win things. And how I grow it is really just to put it out there, make sure that people know about it, and people will actually support it as much as they can.
Nice, Coach. So your final message to those people out there who are saying, but yeah, in my city we don't have this, we don't have shoes, we don't have balls, we don't have nothing. What's your challenge to those people out there?
Well, my challenge out there is really that the game of basketball is something that brings just so much into a community, and in order for us to ensure that we grow it as much as possible, we want the level of commitment that we see not only from the sponsors, from the parents, from the communities, from the schools, from the high schools, from the university and so forth, and make sure that you make it happen. Nobody's going to come and do it for you, but the only thing is to really push some of those authorities to make sure that the sport is well alive in your community and in your area. That would be really my advice.
So there you have it. Challenge yourself, and challenge yourself. Coach, you speak French, right?
Yes, I do.
Can you give us your favorite sentence in French?
Of course I can. Continue de regarder le Bball Show on SABC 1, Mzansi Fo Sho.
That's how we grow the game of basketball right here in Mzansi. The B to the ball to the Bball Show. In the news today.
Siniphathele ezimnandi-ke ezenzakalayo zebasketball la eMzansi Afrika naphesheya kwelwandle. Usameni sobona.
Where?
Basketball ke makhulunywa ngabadlali abakwazi ukuthatha umdlalo bawubeke emahlombe abo bakwazi ukudina iopposition. Uyazi ke ukuthi sikhuluma ngabadlali abafana no Kevin Garnett. Waziwa ke lo mdlali ke weBoston Celtics ukuthi mayengenile ngempela ecourtini abadlali akabayeki nje kalula. Kanti ke Celtics ke inaye ke uPaul Pierce odume kakhulu ngamabaskets wabo. Kanti ke ukhona ke uTerry osengene ke esikhundleni ke saye ke uRay Allen osahambile ke odlalela iMiami. Kanti ke iCeltics ngempela mawukuthi bafuna ukuthi babe ama-contenders kuyo-ke i-Eastern Conference kuzodingeka ukuthi bathathe-ke omunye umdlali ogama lakhe kunguRondo ngoba kuyaziwa ukuthi noma nje lo mdlali esafufusa kodwa ithalente unalo. Thina-ke lana-ke kwi-Bball Show into nje siyenzayo ukuthi sibafisela inhlanhla noma leli thimba leli noma leli qembu silifisela inhlanhla ngazathi-ke isizini yabo ka-2012 and 2013 ye-NBA ingabahambela kahle.
Here is the NBA courtside countdown.
Also looking for that perimeter jumper as well. An excellent defense. West to turn around without great. West is leading it with 15 again. For Chandler. He used to use that as a thing. Get you worried if he wasn't getting balls. Felton on nothing. First field goal. George puts that. Fires away. Hit already with 8. Block shots. Shoots out. His pass deflected right back to him, and he puts it in. Fires it up. And just hits the rim. Canby trying to keep it alive.
Bathi okungapheli kuyahlola bekumnandi ngempela sisonke sindawonye la ku SABC 1 masihlanganeni ke futhi ngeviki elizayo ngesikhathi esisodwa esifana 1:30 Mzansi Fo Sho okahadebe umntwana uthi khumu masiphinde sihlangane futhi ngeviki elizayo makuthi ufuna ukwazi ukuthi iziphi ezinye izinto ezenzakalayo kwibasketball ungangilandela kwi Twitter account yami Zesuliwe Hadebe nomoro uno.
Ha! She made a shot for the first time in her life. So funny. But anyway, follow me at QKidSlim. You know the rookie out of here. At The Bball Show. And then like our page on Facebook at The Bball Show. Until next week, let's do it again.
It's The Bball Show. Hey. It's The Bball Show.
Hey,
fresh sneaks, fresh tees, slam dunk winning. Seed here first, you got courtside tickets. On The Bball Show.